Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to my channel Study with Jackie Durrani. Today our lecture is about the history of English literature, where we will discuss about various times, various ages of English literature. Different ages were there, and in different ages different authors were there, different works were there, different poems, dramas, essays, prose, different things were there. So over here our first lecture is about the basic, about the pioneer of English literature. I mean the first period, the first age, which is known as the Old English, I mean Anglo-Saxons period. Actually, in this period started from almost Old English Anglo-Saxon period started at 6th to 11th century AD, and this time is very essential period. At this time, long narrative poems were adopted, where the important names are Beowulf and Whitset. And Beowulf was the first English epic poem, though the writer is unknown, but almost 3,182 lines were written in this poem that is known as long narrative poem. A main character was Beowulf, who died at the end, and it tells us about the taste of that time audience, that how they would feel, how they would go for their tastes of English literature. And basically Old English literature is really difficult for the modern readers because of its usage. The author, the poet, they would use alliteration as compared to rhyme. And more important authors of that time were like Genesis, Exodus, The Wanderer, Wife's Lament, Husband's Message, Christian Saturn, The Dream of the Rood, and The Battle of the Maldon. The main authors of that time, two authors, Sainwolf and Caedmon. These were two main authors, and Sainwolf's main works are written of the religious level. Religious things were written of the Sainwolf. Main things were written of that time because the Sainwolf, he had copied some religious activities, whereas maximum works were unknown of that time, and the authors were unknown, but these two main authors were discussed, such as that number one that we have gone through it, that was Sainwolf, and the second one was Caedmon. Once again we need to go for it, that at that time the poems were written, even though the plays and the dramas were written in the form of the poem, in the form of the long narrative poem. The concept of dramas were not there, but they were written in the form of the poem. And this age is not that much important as much other ages which come in the exams, in the competitive examinations, in other activities, in tests, or for the test of lecturership. But it is essential to know the base, that from where their history has been started, from where they have gone through it. So this was the basic lecture of Old English literature, which is known as Anglo-Saxon period, which started from 6th to 11th century AD. And main two authors which we discussed, and main two dramas we can say, or play, though they were not written in the form of the dramas and plays, but written in the form of the poem, but they acted, they performed in various stages. Thank you so much for watching this video, and hope so we will see in our next lecture.